Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you a nice little server tour of the ForgeCraft 2 server. This is brought on by a Patreon goal that I set up recently and was also achieved recently. So, for all of you out there who are watching this video, you can thank the people at my Patreon page, which is linked in the description below, for this server tour. Now, this server tour is going to be done once every 2 weeks, and what I'm hoping is that I think it's going to probably be 4 or 5 episodes in total, which is going to just run the final duration of this ForgeCraft 2 server, since it is going to be reset eventually, and that's probably all I'm going to be able to fit in before it goes poof. Anyways, so if you want to support me with my other adventures, go on to Patreon, support me, or don't support me through monetary amount, or just be awesome, and go, yay, go away, we want more, or something like that. I have no clue. Anyways, if you do not know me, I am WayofTime. I am the author of the Blood Magic mod, which you can obviously see I have gotten into quite a bit over here. And let's get started, first of all, with my base. So ForgeCraft 2, it's pretty much a testing ground for a lot of mod authors, and pretty much just a nice little community within a community, just having a bunch of fun. So, and I was only added recently, probably a month ago, but anyways, I digress. So this is my base right here. It's in a nice little sand dunes area right here, mixed with plains apparently. Believe me, this isn't as plain as it looks. Let's go with the interior area. So we have a nice iron door. It's not the best space in the world, but it works. Got some nice thickened glass from extra utilities, and the first thing that you'll notice is my tier 4 altar here. So we just have the nice pillars with our large bloodstone brick. You can see it's tier 4. We have our master blood orb in. And we have the makings of a tier 5 altar. However, I have not procured the beacons that are required for that. Let's see, I got about 100k left in my network. That should be enough. So here's my auxiliary storage, just a bit of stuff. And here's the main atrium area. I just have a nice little binding ritual there set up so that in case I die, which has unfortunately happened quite a few times, I can simply recoup my losses by making all the bound items that I need. You may have noticed out there that I also have a mining ritual. I also have a mining ritual that gives me some stuff. However, this version of the server does not have the updated version where I have a bunch of other upgrades to the ritual. So let's take a tour here. You already saw that. I have a simple nether wart farm here, and also some cocoa's beans that I grab periodically, mainly for the Thaumcraft aspects. I could probably grab those right now, but oh well. And this is my armor inhibitor. I added 2 pieces of bound armor. I've been meaning to make the 3rd and 4th with the soul armor forge. However, I haven't had the time to sit and get all the socket stuff. And the altars, I really have to babysit. This altar, it's not the best design. Heck, it's only self-sacrifice runes and 1 rune of the orb so that I can have slightly more than 1,000,000 LP at max storage. But I have a sigil of haste in this one, and I also have an air sigil, so I run fast or slow depending on if my armor inhibitor is on, and I take no fall damage. So this first room is my very small ghetto storage area. I have some fancy blocks here, some not so fancy blocks here, some ores, some process stuff, some general tools such as my teleposition focus as well as my teleposers, and I also have some general food eaty stuff here. Over here, I think I'm going to show you after the rest of the stuff. I have a nice ore berry farm here, and over here I have as my AE storage, which only really have 1 disk. I should upgrade this to an ME not terminal, but the one with the drive. Yes, an ME drive. And I also have a small factorization setup, which is processing mainly with Aqua Regia, just a few small baser elements that I need. And also 4 batteries for battery backup, slag furnace, diamond cutting head. I must say, this is actually quite interesting. Turning that off, and when it has a process to do, it will start doing a process. Now, what this is supposed to do is it breaks a block in front of it, and what I use for this is mainly for like converting to gravel, etc. I don't have a block breaker yet. I'm pretty sure there are block breaking stuff. However, I haven't found stuff in the mod yet. And also here is my main energy generating room. And, well, actually, sorry, it's my main energy storage as well as my small machines. I have a secondary AE system which is completely off the other AE system, barring the energy line right there which connects the two together, not really connecting, but ooh, I shouldn't have had that on for so long. We have our induction furnace, we have our metal former, and we have a macerator, all from Industrial Craft, as well as a few other things. I haven't really used the ore washing plant because, frankly, it's a big hog of energy, and energy I kind of need a bit more of, but oh well. And this is a little fun thing I made. Right now we have an annihilation plane, obsidian, serenade of the nether ritual, and it makes obsidian at an obscene rate. That made 36 obsidian right there. But as you see, just from that, it took 20,000 LP from my system, which is quite a bit. So there's that. That's all for the first floor. Actually, might as well show this area. Since I dabbled quite a bit in Thumbcraft, I made a teleposer from Blood Magic. Seems someone has... Anyways, and here's a wisp fighting area for people to gather all the aspects that they need for the wisp stuff. Lovely sound. So that lovely sound brings us to our second floor. Second floor, we only have like 4 offshoot rooms. First one is my aura node area. I do not have goggles of revealing on myself, which is kind of unfortunate, but I have my wand here, which is a nice little Thaumian embossed silverwood wand. We have 4 nodes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have an advanced node pedestal so that we can get all that stuff. Now here it's the Thumbcraft infusion area with a bunch of essences. I'm going to speed along because there's a bunch of other bases we need to look at, and we also have a bunch of warded jars and an essentia buffer as well as an alchemic centrifuge, so when we have some complex aspects and we want to put them a bit, basically drop them down a peg, we can do that quite easily. And it's pretty much completely manual because I haven't figured out a good way to automate that, since frankly a lot of it is needed. But I digress. So here's my energy generating area. What we do is we have a Serenade of the Nether, and we have a lava buffer system. I have 2 of the buffers turned off. Should probably turn these up, though again it doesn't really hurt anything. And we have a bunch of geothermal generators that are generating all of our energy from lava. I'm going to turn this off, and it's a very easy thing to jumpstart. All I need to do to jumpstart this entire process is to just flick back on the lever. So you know what I should do? What would be a good thing is to have all of this on one master switch. Probably have 3 relays connected to an OR gate so that I have 3 main pump switches, and when any one of those is on, it activates this so that the lava can fill it. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. I might do that next. So that's all of the energy generating system. I have enough room to put more geothermal generators, but I've been leaning away from Industrial Craft for a bit, and that's fine, really. By the way, blood magic lamps. Yay! Okay, so that was the second floor. Let's go up the third floor. Third floor doesn't really have much. It's only automating my alchemy. So all I do is I have a lava crystal here, and I dump as many aspects as I want in here, and this little alchemy golem just zips around all of these and creates everything that I need. And I manually, unfortunately manually, feed this alchemical construct and basically say I want Nitor. I put the Lux, etc., Ignis, and Potentia in so that I can generate all the Ignis on demand. And this just fills everything. It's simple, it works, doesn't really need much maintenance. However, I wish the alchemy was a bit smarter, because when I hook up a conduit on a big length of it, it doesn't just automatically stuff in what is needed. It kind of does a big backup of everything, and it's messy. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have my Knights Up, nice mining ritual, magnetism, as well as crusher. Logs definitely are not needed, and other stuff. So let's go check the Britannia. Britannia, I didn't do much. All I have is a nice flat area. Serenade of the Nether for the Thermo Lily. Thermo Lily. Thought I had something else. Anyways, this is supposed to generate mana from lava. Oh. That flower over there generates mana from lava. Obviously, it does not use blood, because I didn't get any mana from me almost killing myself. Actually, that's an interesting thing. Anyways, I keep on getting a bunch of brain waves while I'm doing this. It's kind of unprofessional. So a bunch of day blooms. We got Menace Spreader for the mana pool. Mana pool is full. Haven't been doing much Britannia because I've been going and doing a bunch of lollygagging all over the place, and I didn't have the time. Okay, so now that we explained that, let's just take a look at the spawn area once it's daytime again. Then we can check a few more areas before we wrap up. Actually, we probably have time for 2 or 3 more bases. Let's check out CPW's mountain next. Okay, we should have enough LP to be able to go here. So let's go to Manalian's Twilight Forest. This is the main hub that we use for pretty much everything. Portals have been moved. Ooh. Okay, that's fancy. This is Manalian's base. And it seems that Min has decided to make a tier... Min, I am very... So what Min has decided to do was cheese the ritual here. Manalian has decided to go with the barest blood altar, not even using any upgrade runes whatsoever, and got to tier 4. What he did was manage to use a Fallen Kanade, which is from Britannia, which takes mana and gives you regen freaking 4, which I'm not entirely too happy about, but alas, I cannot complain too much, seeing as, seeing as what? Well, actually, seeing as nothing. Anyways, Manalian's base has, it looks like a bunch of Endoflame flowers, as well as a Rosa Arcana. The Rosa Arcana apparently managed to suck up all of my experience. As you could tell down there, I no longer have any experience, and it's converting that into mana, which is throwing into there. And it also has a bunch of Endoflames around it, so if I were to drop anything into Endoflames, it would siphon, any fuel-based thing, it'll burn it and convert that to mana. I wonder what happens when a lava crystal is dropped there. Oh gosh, that would be a fun thing. Let's leave a present for Min. I am watching you. Typical chicken coop, so a bunch of eggs. We got some witchery water artichokes. We have a bunch of sugarcane, which is alas unnamed. Some living rocks, pure daisies, which converts rock, so stone, and logs into their living counterparts. So living rock and living wood. I gotta stop lighting up the place. I'm not Joe Hills going, light it up! Actually, I kind of am like him. Well, I guess he'll like that anyways. Stone seems like some typical stuff. It doesn't look like Manalian is tech heavy. Ah, yes, Manalian is deciding to go pretty much completely uh, badass mage or whatever. Darwolf, R.W. Tema. It looks like R.W. Tema's book is not working. There we go. Heck, it looks like... Huh! Okay. This is definitely not working. Whoops. Where did I go? Where did I go? Where did I go? Are there zombies here? I'm in the nether. Let's not go in the nether. Where am I? Overworld. RW Tema. Overworld. Obviously, this was not exactly the most planned adventure in the world, seeing as I have no bloody clue where I am. I'm gonna go back into here, figure out what the heck happened, and then I'll be back. Something tells me, when I last read the Netherworks manual of Death and Destruction, that this is not exactly how a nether portal is supposed to look when you go through it. Generally, it's supposed to have a bit more bang for the buck, but oh well. Okay, so this is R.W. Tema's base, which actually looks like a freaking castle. Huh. Where am I? I wonder, where am I? Okay, this is the castle. And, yes, okay. Now I know where I am. So this is R.W. Tema's base. He has a nice little bridge that you can walk on, and a few blocks which are ethereal glass. By the way, R.W. Tema is a creator of extra utilities, so you'll find a bunch of extra util. I can only really describe them as shenanigans everywhere. Better barrels. So let's look at this gadget he has here. What it looks like he has is a bunch of blocks. Yay. Some, I don't know what it is. Some Ender infused obsidian? Ha. Ender infused obsidian. And a bunch of golems, gather and harvest. It's, are you gather, are you harvest? I'm not sure which one it is. Anyways, it's basically creating a bunch of ender lilies. It seems like... Okay, so basically it's harvesting, making a bunch of ender pearls, which are feeding a bunch of ender... Oh my gosh, that's a lot of power. Feeding a bunch of ender generators, which are working, and also his world anchors, so this stays completely chunk loaded. Seems like he has a bottler, which is erroneous. Haha, erroneous. Erroneous, haha. Ooh, Deep Dark. Underdark? Actually, Deep Dark sounds like it'd be a fun thing. Maybe I'll do that later. Oh! Ho, ho. Sorry, let me just digest this. What it seems like is that the diamond cutting head is looking into an inventory. It looks like a barrel. Only works on factorization barrels, but it looks into the inventory, say looking for cobblestone, then it grinds it up and then throws it in another thing. That is definitely useful. I never knew that, so that means you can automate things by not having to place things in the wall, in the world. That actually becomes very useful. Oh my gosh, cloud of experience! Run! I don't want this type of experience ruining me. Anyways, let's see. Let's see. So we got some factorization power, which is built from mirrors going up the water spout, the water boiler. And that's sucking up water to convert to steam, which is getting stored here in the bedrockium drum. I'm not even sure. Which is going into the steam turbine and going into these battery blocks. We also have, I forget what that's called. It's a servo. Yes, a servo. And I think it's taking stuff from... No, that's going in there. I'm not actually sure what that's doing. Anyways, we got some Ignis and etc. It seems like this is centrifuge stuff. Centrifuging any potentia that it would find by burning coal. Not sure if burning coal is the best way to go about that, but anyways, that seems like it's good enough. Creosote ore. Seems like it's just a random machine here. Now we also have a filing cabinet for a bunch of, looks like only general equipment goes into there. Then again, it looks like everything is there. Filing cabinet. A filing cabinet, the advanced version, needs 3 filing cabinets, which is a bunch of iron and chest. Magical wood, which requires basically enchanting books, as well as gold. And it seems that it's dependent on the enchantment level of the stuff there. And this seems like it's some inscriber presses. So what it seems like is these inscribers, if you throw the materials in, it'll inscribe what you want. And this is the final thing, so say put the silicon backplate and that'll automate everything. Now what's this? This seems like an auto crafter of some sort. It's generating cobblestone, throwing the cobblestone into these chests. And then the cobblestone is further compressed, and it's basically compressing cobblestone. So this is sextuple, and this I'd say is probably one of the baser ones. Triple compressed. Crafting table. So what it seems like is that this thing crafts everything the second time, goes up, then it goes and gets handled by the regular Buildcraft Factory ones until we have octuple compressed cobblestone, which it seems that we have not even gotten a single septuple from that. Though transfer nodes work at 32 cobblestone per operation, not sure how much it is going. Lots of cobblestone, lots of stuff. We got some, basically a bunch of other stuff. So Tema is gonna summon a wither somewhere. Oh, over there. So let's see. Whoa, that hurt, that hurt, that hurt. Tema! Tema! Tema? That was quick. So it seems he just did a bunch of quick back. Oh dear, that is cheaty. Cheaty, cheaty, cheaty. I call cheaty. Anyways, okay, it looks like he got his octuple compressed cobblestone and made a nice wither cage because withers are not able to break them. Yes, it's Cherry. Shut up. Okay, so we also have a blast furnace, which is doing a bunch of coal coke. And probably just a bunch of steel. So it seems that's the majority of his base, other than the Thaumcraft infusion area, which seems to be his alchemy part, and a void jar, which is on what? Ah, potentia. I guess he's getting a lot of potentia. Ha! He has a bunch of potential. Ha ha. Blingy. Okay, now let's actually go to CPW this time. If I can find him, that is. Suffering! Wahahaha! Wahahaha! I couldn't resist. I didn't do it, I swear. Looks like when my lights melted some of the... I better clean that up or else I'll never hear the end of it. Okay, where are you, light? No. No, I have no control over my motor skills on this. Okay, so where is the light? Up. Come on. I'll get this. Yeah, this thing is so horribly designed that I'm not even sure it even passes any quality of control shenanigans. Anyways, let's go to CPW's mountain base. Ooh. Nice. And you have a bunch of villagers with some... Actually, that's a decent trade right there. Only 5 quicksilver. And this guy has no more trades. That sucks. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. And I think he's very... Whoop. This trading post is supposed to basically open an interface with all the trades of the surrounding villagers. That guy seems like he was punted a few times. And it's supposed to basically give an interface of what trades each of them have and give you an option to just interface with them right away. That doesn't happen with that. What seems to happen is that it crashes your client and boom, you're dead. Okay, so let's see. CPW has a bunch of pages and a bunch of other pages as well as a bunch of Holy Fuel, Batman, and a bunch of books basically. Bookbinder, writing tables, basically all the stuff that you need to make some nice writing books. We have a Silly Madness, a Storage Flat, Fibble, and a Flowery... I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here. Some fuel drums. It seems like a bunch of minimal storage. A bunch of not so minimal storage with ME drive as well as, for some reason, a water tank, which is probably filling the water from somewhere else to there, unless it's some sort of grand glitch that he's not going to tell anyone. And apparently, there is a hole in that area right there. And also something timestamped with all the fuel, probably illustrating how much fuel he gets or something. Anyway, so let's see. We have some lasers, BuildCraft lasers, which are hooked up to an integration table as well as an assembly table, which are outputting all the fun stuff that's right there. We have an oil bedrockium drum, which is storing all the oil, obviously. We have some water, which is probably contributing to that water pipe barrel thingy up there. Nuclear reactor. I don't think it's the best idea in the world for me to be sitting so close to it. And an MFE, which is controlling all the energy so that only so much of it goes through. Probably directly calculated so that it'll give the most efficient amount of the fuel in here so it doesn't go boom. Which would kind of be a bad thing, but oh well. Bunch of creosote oil, another portal, I am not going into you, and some basic factorization stuff, so crystallization, so that you can have probably some inefficient method of tripling your ores. So let's look at those other books. I think there was one that he says that I might not be too happy about, so let's explore those and see if anything's actually good. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Hey, wait. CPW. Hi, CPW. How are you? You're looking a little bit greener than I remember you last. Hello? Oh, well. Flowers. Flowers everywhere. So many flowers that I think more of you would finally be pleased. Or Ori. Both of them. Let's go with that. Diamonds. Let's see. Diamonds, a big freaking rainbow. Some meteors of diamonds. Lots of diamonds. Seems that this place is heavy with diamonds. I don't think I need to say any more about the site of this area. It's a nice plains, we can see. And other than that, I think it's pretty dang self-explanatory, and I'm going away from here as fast as I can. Makes me a little weak at the knees, however. So, other than that, and other than a bunch of linking book, oil nonsense, cheese time. That's interesting. And we have a bunch of linking books that I think I'm gonna grab the one to Fibble since I know there will be a way to get out. But let's see. Now, I think we only really have time for one more area. Let's go with Pahi Payne's Island. And we seem to have a nice cloudy area. Huh, let's see. Let's see it from the other side. So, going over here, we have a nice mountain with a big gaping hole in it. It looks like maybe someone tried a dig spell, like Digaga, and then decided that he didn't like it. Bunch of oil, though. Think you have enough oil there, Pahamar? I think not. Makes me realize that maybe an oil ritual is not as far-fetched as it could be. Like, maybe a million LP per. Nah, that's definitely not something I want to go in. A bunch of water sources. What I'm guessing is probably some seed generation for a bunch of other stuff. Nope, I don't want to go down that way. Actually, I do. So, a bunch of stairs. Something tells me it would not be a fun thing to go down those stairs. Doesn't seem like there's much here. Well, in the physical part of it. It's nice and pretty, though. Actually, this is quite pretty. Would be nice to put a village there or something, so that you'd have something to not distract from this. Let's see, anything up here? No. Okay. Yep. There we go. Let's actually see his machines, if he has any to speak of. Has a lot of cobblestone, sand, apatite, etc. Has a bunch of AE systems, as well as seems like some solar panels. But other than that detritus, it doesn't seem like Pahamar has much in the way of serious infrastructure. Probably because Pahamar doesn't play as often as a bunch of other people. He's too busy recording pie pains, which is him hilariously dancing his off. But oh well. So let's just button that up. And I think we're almost out of time because, well, we already 2 or 3 bases, even though, well, 4 bases actually. Min's, CPW, mine, and Pahamar's, which wasn't too big, but oh well. We also had Tema's, which I think is considering that it's quite a lot. So let's go to the wand recharge station. The wand recharge station is something that I put together personally, so that we could all fuel our thaumaturgy as efficiently as possible, because I learned quickly building mega nodes is not very good, especially if one of them turns tainted. Yeah, that kind of sucked. So pretty much the idea of this area is that's a chunk loader. People throw ender pearls in whenever they pass by, and they throw in their wand right over there, and fueled by all of these aura nodes and a bunch of general fun. So I think that's pretty much all the time we have. What I'm thinking that we're going to do next time, maybe in 2 weeks' time, we're gonna, when Direwolf has a lot more done, we're going to fuel his complex. Can't believe that's still there. Actually, how much LP do I have? Probably just enough to deconstruct that. We might go over to Direwolf's base and Soren's, because it seems like he set up shop there too. We'll go to Q's base as well, and maybe Sunstrikers over there. But I think that's pretty much all. So that's all the time we have for this episode of our ForgeCraft 2 server tour. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and check me out on Patronage if you feel so inclined. And make sure to check out my mod Blood Magic, because flying around like a madman kind of makes you a madman. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.